Next month, Denver will be full of Major League Baseball fans for All-Star Week. The event was moved to Denver from Atlanta earlier this year because of a controversial voting law passed in Georgia. Now a conservative group has filed a lawsuit asking for damages and for the game to be moved back to Atlanta. To dive deeper into that case, our 9 News legal analyst and MSU professor Whitney Traylor joins us. Whitney, good morning.
Good morning, Gary. Good morning, everyone. Happy Friday.
Happy Friday. So talk about this lawsuit. Who are the parties to the lawsuit and what are they claiming?
Right. It's interesting. The Job Creators Network are the actual plaintiffs, and this is a conglomerate it's a nonprofit organization basically of businesses, and they claim to be the voice of free enterprise in the media. And so they're suing Major League Baseball, the commissioner, the players union. And interestingly, what they're trying to do is they're suing both on constitutional claims and private sort of contract claims. Well, the constitutional claims, they have to find some way to make Major League Baseball as a government entity. And so that's exactly what they're doing. They're asserting that MLB is a state actor, and because it receives state and federal funding for the stadiums, and the teams are able to use the stadiums, that therefore they're a state actor. So it's an interesting argument to bring the constitutional claims, and then on the state claims, they're bringing contract claims and promissory estoppel and things like that.
So on the merits of the case, do they have a case, do you think?
Well, I don't think so at all. I think the state actor argument is real weak. Essentially, they're saying, look, these folks received state money, and therefore we can now treat them as the government, and they have to now protect constitutional rights and things like that. I think that's pretty weak. The contract claims are also weak. There's promissory estoppel, which is a contract principle, which essentially they're saying, look, the Major League Baseball promised us that the All-Star game would be here. We relied on that. We got ready, and now they're gone, and we're going to lose billions of dollars. I think the other two weaknesses of the claim is that there's no standing. The complaint talks about the residents of Cobb County and how much they're going to be harmed, and they're not even a plaintiff. And so I think the case is fairly weak. I think they're probably trying to make a political statement, but I would suspect it would get dismissed fairly quickly.
And so if this lawsuit does fail, do the businesses in Atlanta have any other recourse, or is this it?
You know, they can appeal, of course, and I don't know to the extent that the Job Creators Network represents all of those businesses or those local businesses, but there's no doubt that there was real harm done to small businesses and Black-owned businesses in Atlanta, which obviously the MLB was trying to protect some of those very people's voting rights. So I think there was real harm. The other thing I think is that we're in an era sort of people power, where you have protests in the streets, you have people coming together and actually being able to manipulate stock prices. So I could see these businesses continuing to organize and bring their resources to bear, because as we know in politics and business, money is pretty much the ultimate motivator, if you will.
Sure. We just have a few seconds left, but do you think by pulling the game out of Atlanta, baseball has created a precedent for sports to have a lot of political influence?
Real briefly, I think it can, because corporations already have significant political power, as we know, and individual athletes have taken stands and have been able to at least draw attention to certain things. But here, when you have a conglomerate, I mean, the MLB has about a $50 billion annual revenue. So yes, I think you will start to see that kind of movement and that kind of corporate, I think, involvement. And the result, though, may be that some of the laws get even stricter. It's going to be kind of a chess match, I think, between the politics, the corporations, and these athletic organizations.
Definitely interesting, that's for sure. Whitney Traylor, as always, it's great to see you. Thank you.
Good to see you. Thanks.
All right.